Nice, awesome. Good job, Flop. Great job, Flop. Okay, people, here we are, week 6 of the PBA, and we are up against the Vancouver Titans, coached by Gray. And yeah, very threatening matchup. We just came off of 2 sad losses, so yeah, we are in dire need of the win. And yeah, sadly, the Vancouver Titans are currently the #1 ranked team in our division, so we need to win here. We need to win next week to have a shot at playoffs again, and yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy, but we got this. We prepared this last week for this matchup extensively, and I believe that you guys are able to pull off a win right here, even though he might be the strongest team this season right here. Very threatening mons, be it the Espafra, be it the Great Tusk, be it the Chien Pao, be it the Scizor, Iron Morph, Iron Thorns, threats over threats over threats, and a lot of setup potential and a lot of ways to enable that setup, be with Scizor, for example. So we have to be prepared for everything and hopefully go in with some tricks up our sleeves to win this matchup right here. So let's go over the strategy we have for this team. First of all, you, Letable, you're going to be fully fist def there for the Chien Pao and all the other physical threats the opponent could have for us. Ice Spinner, Body Breath, Rapid Spin, Recover, just max HP, max fist def, because that's what you need to take the hits from Chien Pao, even if he might be banded. Sacred Sword does do a lot. We thankfully do have some resist for Sacred Sword, so if he's banded and locked into that, we can use that with other mons, but you are basically here to take all the other hits, Oko with Body Press, and then Ice Spinner just stab, and good coverage for all the rest, and of course Rapid Spin for hazard removal. You have a very easy job, stop the Chien Pao and all other physical attackers potentially. The Great Tusk, of course, has stab, super effective for you, so that can be troublesome, but all the other mons, physical mons, you can basically deal with. So the tablet, that's the job for you. Next up, we got Blueberry. You are here as well to pseudo-check kind of the Chien Pao, because with the double stab, of course, that's both resisted with the water and fairy typing, but you are our late game win condition with a belly drum set. Play rough, liquidation, Aqua Jet, belly drum, just enough speed for the Vaporeon, which wants to creep a little bit. And yeah, then hopefully go to town for opponent. Vaporeon can basically only be annoying if it's the raw set, because without Scald, of course, it can't burn us. Chilling Water just does -1, where belly drum gets up to +6. So that can potentially be set up further if we can scout for the raw. But other than that, once you have +6, he doesn't have great water resist on his team, which can take the Arcadret. The only one which he has is basically the Vaporeon and the Brambleghast, and it's questionable if the Brambleghast even comes. And like I already said, Vaporeon most likely potentially even set up for you. So Blueberry, very nice Brincon there. Then we got Choice Scarf, Chiyu. You are here as our failsafe, outspeeding close to everything with Modest Nature, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Psychic, and Memento as well. Memento just there to enable some setup for our Blueberry a bit easier. Like if we don't need the damage, we want to go for late game win, we can Memento on something, get it to -2 attack or special attack, and then enable the Play Rough, or the Play Rough we enable as well, but enable the belly drum for you, Blueberry. So that way, Chiyu is there to assist you in this strategy, get good damage on all the mons, and then with Memento in the late game, just get the sweep going. Next up, we got Lana. You are fist dev as well. You are our check for the Great Tusk, so you can take the hits from that, because, like I said, if it's offensive, the tablet doesn't take the close combat as well. And yeah, you are a failsafe for the Espafra as well. The Espafra was a pain to deal with, because he could just be straight offensive with Core Mine Stored Power, he could be physically defensive with Core Mine Shenanigans, he could be all kinds of variants, and depending on what kind of variant, Screamtail needs a different set to beat it. So yeah, what I ended up in the end is with a Parry Song Screamtail. So whatever variant of Espafra it is, in 3 turns it's dead. That's all we need to do. Wish, Protect, Dazzling Gleam as other moves. And yeah, Parry Song is mainly there just for, basically only there for the Espafra, so we can Parry Song that. And yeah, it doesn't matter what shenanigans it plans, after return it's gone and can go to town on the whole team. Potentially Screamtail can take the hits, because obviously Espafra needs some boost before it can beat Screamtail, especially if it only has stored power to hit me. It is one of his Terra user, his main Terra user, but with Terra fighting and Psychic, of course, it doesn't hit Screamtail very well. So yeah, Screamtail or failsafe for the Espafra, so that can't do too much damage. Then next up, we got our another wall breaker in Choice Bandit, Scizor with U-turn, Bullet Punch, Aerial Ace, and Quick Attack as well. His Bullet Punch resists are not very well distributed. He has the Iron Morph, which is not very physically bulky, and then he has the Vaporeon, of course, which I already mentioned, can potentially used on a U-turn for Blueberry to set up, and U-turn still does a whole lot of damage to that. Then Error is for the Great Tusk, and then Quick Attack just in case the Iron Moth starts to set up. We have a little bit stronger priority of that in Quick Attack. And yeah, the same speed as Azumarill, so we try to creep a little bit on the Vaporeon, try to be faster than that. But yeah, that's the Scizor for you. Just be, spam, Choice Banded, Bullet Punch, and everything which can set up and be a threat to us. We have the priority to deal with that accordingly. That's why Aquajet and Azu is nice as well. And then last but definitely not least, we got our most funky set. We got an Underwear, Clodsire, Fistef with Earthquake, Counter, Recover, and Stealth Rock, and the Sugar Berry. We have enough speed def investment so we can take on the Iron Moth, barring it is choice specs. And the Counter Sugar Berry variant there is there for the Great Tusk. So you, Clodsire, Flop, you can deal with that. If you look at our team with Letable, Blueberry, Def, Lana, Handyman, and you, Flop, we have no ground resist. No resist, no immunity. So we want to make sure that if Great Tusk is on the field versus Clodsire, he is gonna click that ground move. It can be scary because it is his head move as well with Rapid Spin. It is his as a setup potentially as well with the Stealth Rock. So best case, we don't have hazards on the field. He has hazards on the field already, so there's no other way than him clicking the ground move versus us, and we can counter him to Oko him, get rid of Great Tusk, and that make the job for our team way easier. But that's the idea with Clodsire, that's the game plan. That's why we don't bring Neuvern, we don't bring our Viola. We want him to click the ground moves, we want to counter him, and that's the game plan there. And then once Grey starts gone, we can go to town, like I said, with the rest of our team, be it the Azumarill in late game or potentially even Scizor if the right mons are chipped down. But that's the plan for this game. I hope we can pull off a win. Like I said, very important match for us. Very difficult though, because like I said, Grey currently doing very well with his team. But we got this. Letable, Blueberry, Def, Lana, Handyman, Flop. You are the 6 I chose for this match, and we got this. Borussia Donphan on 3. 1, 2, 3. Borussia Donphan. And here we are versus Grey and his Titangs. And let's see, no Tianpao. That's interesting. Espafra, of course. No Tianpao, that's a big one. Yes, the Windrider one and the Iron Fawn. Okay, that's gonna be a bit tough. Of course, the Tusk big threat, Tusk big problem. Then the Bramblegast, I think the name is appearing on the field. Iron Moth makes sense as well. It's a bit scary depending on the item. Iron Thorns can be scary as well depending on what it does. And then the Vaporeon. Okay. So, Bramblegast needs to be weakened before Azu can do stuff. So that's something we have to worry about. But leads. Iron Thorns could... Iron Thorns could be a lead. The Tusk could be a lead. You're good versus close to everything. So I want to lead with you, barring Bramblegast, but with Bramblegast we can go into our table. So I think I'm fine with that. So yeah, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you, Lana. Lana is built to take on close to everything. Morph could be annoying as well, but we have, but Clodsire can check that. So yeah, important match right here. But potentially, very likely deciding if we can go into playoff with the Borussia Donphan or not. But let's see what Grey has to offer right here with his squad. And lead scenario. What do we see? We see Bofra. Bofra is the Moth. Okay, so yeah, terrible lead matchup for us. We do not want that. What item do we see? Do we see an item from the start? We do not. And obviously, Clodsire is our switch in. It is very obvious. But honestly, I don't really want to switch into something else. Long sentence there. Iron Moth. It's a very obvious switching, like I already said. So U-turn. See the U-turn. Oh no, another Iron Moth. Iron Fawn. U-turn. So most likely is choice variant, I want to say. Definitely, very likely not set up. Could be Scarf, could be Specs, we definitely can't tell from that. Now, what is it going to go into? Is Buffer already, or is it the Tusk? It is the Tusk. So, now we have a predicament though. Because hazards are not there yet. I do have the Sugar Berry counter for this. But if this is the setup, then Stealth Rock will very likely happen right here, and then I go for counter, and then he knows what we do. But we have to try, basically. I built the team in the way where he wants to click Earthquake. Let's go for it. This is ready. Let's hope he goes for Headlong Rush. Nice. Nice. We get rid of Tusk. Get rid of Tusk. Oh, we should live this. With Sugar. Nice. There's the counter. Firing his Sash. He is dead. Firing his Sash. Nice. Awesome. Good job, Flop. Great job, Flop. That's what we wanted. That's what we want to see. Tusk. Gone. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Now you're definitely very weak though. So we have to worry about that. We have to try to get a recover on you, because now, of course, the Moth can potentially be annoying. But we do have Raise to avenge kill Moth, so that's not the thing. That is not the thing. But definitely caught him off guard with that. That was the strategy for you. He did have Headlong Rush, not Earthquake, but still. Strategy worked like a charm. Okay, I'm very proud of that. So now, let's not throw this game away. So far, did go very well. We get it, bro. We get it, bro, is the Vaporeon. Okay. What does Vaporeon want to do? Obviously go for a water move. Going for water move is very likely. Azumarill can be a switch in, but it's definitely way too early belly drum. I think I go into Lana and try to get a wish onto... I don't really know what Vaporeon wants to do. Did he really such into just go for a water move with defensive Vaporeon when he had the offensive momentum? That really think it's CM, okay. CM Vaporeon. Good to know. CM Vaporeon. He has to be scared of Encore here. He has to be scared of Encore here. We have Parry Song if things would get out of hand. So let's go for the weak. But he has to be scared of Encore here. He's not scared of Encore. Okay, for some reason he's not scared of Encore. Goes for the Hydro Pump and misses. Okay, not scared of Encore, so let's go for Parry Song then, because we don't have Encore. We don't have Encore, so we have to do this to try to make sure that he can sweep us. So we had Calm Mind and the Hydro. How much does Hydro do now? Good amount, but with the Wish we should be fine. With Wish we are definitely fine. Perish counter goes now to 2. We showed him, like, it did half at +1, so is this offensive or is this just defensive with, like, Calm Mind? I have no reason not to throw off a Wish. No reason not to throw off a Wish here. Yeah, he switches out, we get a free Wish, which is fine. Goes into Bofra, okay. So we don't know yet if that's Scarf or Specs, let's see. So it could be just, most likely just defensive. Oh yeah, that's a Clodsire, the Karg. It's a bit offensive at least. Yeah, so we could try to pass to Clodsire here. Iron Morph versus Clodsire, how much do we do Psychic? Do we kill from here? Morph versus our Clod. Level 50 of course. We do have more time, of course. This is a chess time, I don't have to be worried about that. Oh, by the way, that's the first time we have a chess timer. So it's a roll to kill your Psychic. If he's timid, Scarf. But I would try. I will try. It's, like I said, it's very obvious. It could not work. If he Specs, I definitely die. If he's Scarf, it's a roll. Let's see if it works. Fire Blast. We should live this. Firing Specs. Ooh, close. Close, but we do live. Close, but we do live. So Fire Blast, Fire Blast. Is that modest damage then? Fire Blast. No, that's timid damage. Okay, so now Earthquake is very obvious. The switch into Earthquake is Bramblegast. So let me recover here to play it safe. He's not choiced. He's not choiced. But he has the U-turn and Fire Blast. Not choiced. That's good to know. Most like the boots, I want to say then. So I'm going to recover here. Just to have a healthy Clodsire, just to play it safe. High Noon is the Bramblegast. Yeah, that means we can go onto our table here. Because I don't think Bramblegast can do anything to our table. Since it is a physical attacker. And not a very strong one. It is decently strong, but definitely not strong enough to get through our table. I mean, I could have gone to Shio as well, to be fair. Shio could have been the thing as well, but Shio is the obvious thing to go into there. Could be going for Spikes, something like that. Let's see what this Bramblegast wants to do. Leech Seed, okay. So Leech Seed, I mean, we can, with Rapid Spin, we can get rid of that as well. Leech Seed. We don't know yet if it's Protect as well. Leech. So you are not that important. I just throw a safe Ice Spinner here. Strength Snap, okay. Leech, Sap, Leech, Sap, and what else? Ice Spinner does how much? That's close to all of it. Maybe because it's a crit, okay. Because it's a crit, and it had helmet. Okay, helmet. Okay, that's a crit. Oh, it did all of it. Oh, it looked like he was about to live, but okay, yeah, that's very lucky then, because I don't think at -1 that should have happened. Definitely not. And yeah, the crit, yeah, that's tough for him. Now, kind of, Azu just very likely might win. If I get the shot here. Feeling Thorny. Who's feeling Thorny? That's new. That's the you. That's you. We do have the EQ. Like I said, the Table, what do you do? It's Power from Vaporeon. No, you don't really deal with those. Let's just go for Body Press here for damage. DD. Thorns. DD. We are still Leech Seeded, so we will do he will do some damage to us. Easy weakness policy as well. Body Press does enough, so that should be in Aqua Jet range. Should be in Aqua Jet range. Even after the Leech Seed, I think. Let's go for another Body Press. He should definitely kill us here. With all the priority we have, I think we should be fine. Do I Terra Steel with Scizor? I think I do. Iron Thorns. Iron Thorns. Bullet Punch. If I Terra Steel, definitely does enough. So let's do that. That doesn't have good switch-ins at all. And I want to keep my Azu around. So let's Terra. We don't need the Bug type anymore. The Tusk is gone. So yeah, let's just do this. Terra Steel and Bullet Punch. Terra Steel and Bullet Punch. And that should kill the Thorns. Should kill the Thorns. Very, very lucky here. The Table definitely putting in the work. Killing the Bramigast with the crit there. Not allowing any shenanigans in that regard. And that should definitely kill. Versus offensive, it does like 60 to 70 and he's under 50, so yeah. Iron Thorn's gone. Awesome, Mon's just dying left and right, we love to see that. Now he has to go into Moth. And yeah, I have very free switch in Cloudside there so far. U-turn of Fire move is what's happening, so I could do an offensive thing as well, potentially. Just go into the Vaporeon again, okay. Back into Vaporeon he goes. Back into Vaporeon he goes. So we can just go straight into Lana potentially. How much? Since he seemed to be offensive, how much do we do? We don't need HP on you. We just need you alive. If we are Fist Death, that's not a thing here. If you are Fist Death, we do a good amount. But I actually want to. You're most likely Fist Death. Let's go to Lana to make sure he can set up. He did miss a Hydro Pump as well, so luck is definitely in my favor. There's the CM. Once again DCM. What is his last move though? Hydro Pump. Does he have any recovery? Is any recovery thing? We parry song here. Right away. You guys can go for one Hydro. Which is fine. We need you alive to be able to parry song the Espafra if things get out of hand. We need you alive so we can parry song the Espafra if things get out of hand. There we go. Parry song goes to 3. We can protect once. Boom. There's another Hydro. So the question is, now Parry Song drops to 2, then I can Wish. But then I can't protect the, then I would die as well. So that's not a thing we want to do. So we need to switch out here. I could try to go for double protect, but that's not really what I plan on doing. And still need you alive. My switch into Hydro Pump is you, Blueberry. So let's get you in there. +1 Hydro Pump. You seem to be a little bit offensive investment, but I don't know how much. Hydro Pump, yeah, shouldn't do too much. Give us actually a chance to Belly Drum. There's the Hydro. Boom. That's a good amount. And now it's Parry Song trapped to 1. And yeah, we just try to Belly Drum, I think. Yeah, just Belly Drum. Let's just belly drum. Either stay in and die. We can find out if we are fast actually. So, and if Azu's faster, that means Handyman is faster as well. But now it's a very peculiar situation for him. Very peculiar situation for him. Because he doesn't want to lose this. But does he want to give me a free turn? Stored power. Doesn't do enough. Can I belly drum here? Good. Do I heal enough? I do heal enough. But he's faster than me, so that's... But now he's dead. Now he's dead. I still live. And that works out very well. So he was stored power CM. Okay. Okay, I see. Everyone coming with stored power set. This is my Clodsire. I got wrecked from Matt with that as well. It was in the Codsword Whimsicots. Now it seems he wrote something from there. And is he Partial Berry? Otherwise this Aqua Jet obviously will kill him. Otherwise this Aqua Jet will obviously kill him. He has to be Partial Berry, I guess. Otherwise this makes no sense. Sash? No. Just dead. Just dead Mothra. Okay, dead Moth, dead Vaporeon. Now he only has Espafra left. And that means I basically should be able to win. I don't know if Aqua Jet kills from here, it depends on his investment. Depends on his investment. But we do have an hour priority in Scizor, we do have Perisong and Lana. This should be an easy 5-0 win here, definitely due to Letable hexing with the Ice Spinner, and of course missing the Hydro Pump did not help as well, but Letable crit drop definitely the biggest one there. And yeah, but the counter with Flop worked flawlessly, very proud of that, and that is a big win, big 5-0 win, and depending on how the other games go, this might mean that we make the playoff cut, but for that we will have to wait for the playoff picture, yeah, coming and going and seeing how the other matches go. But this is a big win for Borussia Donphan. We are happy with that. We are the only ones actually to feeling great in this regular season here. So, and the Titangs with that. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Hit me on Twitter, Facebook, all in the description. And I will see you another time. Ciao.